Cool. We'll just take a bow in and then we will begin. So. Great. Onegaishimasu. Okay, very good. Okay, we're just going to start loosening the body. So just shoulder width apart, and you're just going to loosen everything off, loosen the shoulders, keep the knees nice and flexible. Back long. Great, just bring your feet a little bit wider. Just going to take the arms to rotation. Just let them wrap around the right. Okay, next one for the whole. Hello. Just coming into shoulder. A bit of feedback. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, good. Great. Okay, shoulder width apart with the body. You're going to raise the arms up, and you just want it to sink down into the knees and swing the arms down at the same time. So you kind of flinging water off the hands. So the arms nice and loose. Releasing the knees and just let the weight of the body really sink into the feet. Raising up, dropping down. And putting as much focus on the raise up as the sinking down. So raising up from the ground, sinking into the ground. So. Right, just keep going with that. Good. That's it. Nice. So we'll go to another swing. In this case, you're going to bring the arms out to the side. You're going to release them down, and you're going to bring one to the shoulder and one to the back hip. So you're crossing the body this way. Okay, keep that feeling the weight sinking down. Knees released all the time. It's in the hands. Let's see. Nice. Okay, last one we'll do here. We'll just build this up in steps. So you first just going to swing the arms front and back. This way. We're kind of running in a way. Swing in front and back. Releasing the hips. Next step from here, what you're going to do is let the arms swing up to the top of the head and then back down. So up to the top, swing them down. You just want to find this point just in the central axis of the body and then just release them back down. Release them back. Right. The main thing in this one, try and feel like heavy in the elbows. So as you come up to this position, feel that the elbows kind of draining down to the body. What I don't feel is that the arms are kind of thrown out of the body this way. So try and feel that at this position at the top, the elbows kind of heavy down, and then it feels like you drop the elbows with the hips. Drop the elbows down. So the elbows are dropping down, dropping down.
What did the other one look like, Michael? What was it that we're not supposed to do?
You're not, just watch for doing something like this, where the arms get thrown out. And then like that. So what's happened is the arms coming up and the body's being pulled up.
Oh, okay.
You're looking to raise but drop the arms. Raise and drop. So the weight stays low underneath the arm. Good. And now you can say this one, or what you can do with this is just take it in a circle. So you let the arm go one way. That's it. And again, keeping the elbows heavy, heavy. With this one, you can obviously do both directions. You can switch it. That's it. Great. Keep going. See. Good. Very nice. Nice. Right. The next two, they're just kind of different movements using the same connection, but with a little bit more activity away from the body. So the first one, again, it's a little bit like you're shaking water off the hand. You're just going to let the arm come close to the body and then shake it out. So it comes here, out, here, out, here, out. Then kind of flicking the hand out this way. So it stays soft. But what you want to feel now is that the core of the body sinks down. So as you raise up, sink down with it. So you're doing that out and down motion. The primary movement is a downwards movement. Down. Down. That's it. That's it. That's it. Got it. That's it. That's it. So the main thing with this exercise, and especially this gets emphasized later, and it's why we practice weapons. One of the reasons we practice weapons is that it emphasizes the periphery of the body. So just watching this moment, it's really easy to do this. I get drawn out. I get drawn out. I get drawn out. So the activity of the arm pulls the body out of the structure. So really emphasize as you do this body's sinking down, sinking down. So the out and down go together. That's it. So you come in here, you come in there, come in here, but the body stays centered, stays in the ground, stays relaxed. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Good. Next one, you're going to raise up through the structure. So just using one hand, raise it up, and then you're going to let it swing out and down. So raise it up with it, swinging out and down. Again, keep this all soft. This goes up and then swings it down. Again, it's really easy to get lost. I lose the balance with it. So let the weight sink down, 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 down as you go out. That's it. So you want this heavy arm, you drop it back. Back, there. Up, drop it. Up, drop it. And just try this as an exercise. What we tend to do also is something that comes out when we do weapons. We try and add force to it. So we do stuff like this. I try and add into the weapon, but the power is actually going to come from your own body and the movement and your connections to the ground. So just try this. It's the difference between if I raise the hand up and I let it drop onto the body this way, or whether I try and hit the body like this. So I can do like that. Or I can just let the weight of the arm drop down and connecting to the body. So what you're looking for in this is the weight dropping down and hitting the body this way. You don't move too many of these, but you're just going to drop in and this, which is really different from the idea of like hit the body with the hand. So it's the difference between the hand hitting and the weight draining in. That's the kind of level you want with this. That's it. Perfect. And then once you got that feeling, the same feeling here, so it's the same feeling as a kind of slapping out, the weight drains down. So if there's to connect with something, the weight of the body's behind it. The weight of the body behind it, rather than weight into the arm. So trying to access the whole weight of the structure. The hand. Oh, that's it. Perfect. Got it. That's it. Good. The last one we'll do before we go to the joke is a kind of elastic connection with it. So this is traditionally done with like an uraken, which is like a back fist in a strike. So what you're going to do with this one is you're going to let the arm curl up to the side of the body towards the neck, and you're going to press it out and let it just release back to the body. So it's a kind of snapping motion. It's this, okay, this. And what you'll notice with this is also I try and get the hips to drive the motion. So the hips snapping and coming back, snapping, coming back, okay, snapping, coming back. Just try this with both hands. You can do this very, very loose. So don't worry about making a fist or anything like this. Just snap it out, bring it back. Snap it out, bring it back. You're looking for an elastic quality with the hand and the hip. So it's this. That's it. That's it. Again, it's the difference between pushing out with the arm, this, and letting the whole body whip the hand out. So you're looking to kind of coil the body up and then whip the hip, whip the hip, whip the hand.
Hang on, Michael, if my right hand is coming out, is my left hip going backward, going back?
A little bit, it can do, yeah. Okay. It depends on the footwork with it. But if I got that kind of position, then I'm going to drop that hip back. Or you can do it from here, and that hip will kind of just rotate into place. But there's this happening in the hip. That kind of thing. That's it.
Yeah.
That. Perfect. Good. Good. Yeah, and the key again, the activity of the arm will tend to draw the body out. So either in something like this, or the hips kind of rolling all over the place. So have the feeling that when you do this, the hips kind of settle in, and then they draw the arm back. So they settle and draw the arm back. Settle and draw the arm back. So at the time of the maximum extension of the arm back, the hips are grounded into the ground this way. And then you want to snap it back. So it snaps and comes back, snaps and comes back. That. That's it. Now, the last few, just play with these three. So you've got this one, just kind of pressing the hand out. This. You've got this one raising up, coming down. And you've got this last one, which just done this, snapping it out. It's just different ways to use the connection of the body. You've got a very direct one. Out. You've got this up and down, and then you've got this elastic contraction of the body. Just play with those three. Yeah, this is really about getting a communication between the hips, the center of the body, and the hands. Later, when we have the weapon to this, it's going to exaggerate that connection. The important thing here is how to ground the body. Connect the hands to the hips. That's perfect. That's great. Nice. Perfect. Okay, great. Take your stick or your joke, whatever you have. So again, we'll just do a few exercises just for connecting it, and this is just getting used to the stick and getting used to manipulating the stick. So the first few, we're just going to start with, again, shoulder width apart, relax into the knees, and the first one you're going to find the center of the stick, right in the middle of it, and you're just going to play with rotating the forearm this way. So keeping everything relaxed, knees relaxed, keep the shoulder release down, and keep the elbow heavy. So it's just a little bit extended from the body, not too far, but feel uncomfortable, and not too close where I kind of risking hitting the body. So you're just a little bit away from the body. But again, the key is access the whole back of the body, so that the structure in the spine, relaxing the knees, just working on this rotation through the forearm. So lots of the movements we do with the 𝗀 are about kind of manipulating it through the central axis of the weapon or the middle of the weapon. So just getting used to that. Just switching over to the other side. And again, just keep this in mind, keep the shoulder relaxed, elbow heavy. Perfect. Similar thing to what we did before now. So you're going to reach out with the hand and draw it back. Then the key is how the hip is now going to drive the hand out. So in this one, keep the elbow close to the body. It's tight out. It's going to roll out and then roll back. Press out, press back. Good. Again, the key is that the activity out doesn't pull me out of structure, pull me out of balance. So again, connect and really find the middle of your posture, the end of the maximum extension away. Sink the body down. Sink the body down. Go to the side. So relax the shoulder, heavy elbow, let the forearm rotate. Just switch between these two sides, do a few on each side. And change. Great, keep going. Awesome. Awesome. So the main thing we're looking for here is like integrated whole body movement. So in this case, it's no good if I just use the arm. So if I lock the body up and I do like that, then the rest of the body is basically locked. It's not that I'm not using it, it's that I'm tensing it. So I can't access the body now because I'm just basically using the arm. The other side of this, or the other way, is that I'm using the body too much. So I'm basically overusing the body. It's doing too much movement. So try and find this fine line where I use the body just enough. It's mobile, but it's just enough. So the activity of the arm isn't disturbing the core of the body. But it's not that I lock the body in place and just use the arm. And it's not that I the body's going all over the place. So look for something where you're very centered, you're grounded, and you're basically falling into the feet all the time. That's it. That's it. So you're dropping the weight always into the ground. Always into the ground. That's it. Perfect. We'll take this a step further now. You're going to make a figure of 8 at the side of the body. So it's a similar motion with the 𝗀. You're going to cast it out, but you're going to let the 𝗀 come to the side of the body. And then you're going to take it away this way. So the easiest thing to picture with this one is as if you're kind of drawing with the tip. So you're going to take the tip out, and then you're going to turn the 𝗀 over, and you're going to take the same tip out that way. Okay, so you're casting the tip out all the time. Okay. Then what you'll notice is the hips need to adapt to the movement, because if I lock the body and I do that with the arm, it's okay, the 𝗀's going in the right places, but I'm basically not using the body to do it. So look for, in this case, the body to roll with the weapon. So I'm looking for the whole body to create that motion. So it's not a movement of the wrist, it's a movement of the whole structure. That's it. That's it. You want quite a relaxed grip with this, especially as you go across the body. Good. And again, just play with both sides, so get comfortable working both sides. Good. Good. Great, keep going. Switch. Yeah. Okay, good. That's good. Good. So again, the key joint with this one is the shoulder. So just watch this. If my shoulder's too tight, it's going to do something like this. So the shoulder's going to kind of roll with it. Yeah, this is okay, but see if you can relax the shoulder to a point where all the motion's basically coming from this part of the body. So what I'm doing is this kind of motion rather than this kind of motion with too much in the shoulder. So try and relax the shoulder down. You can just kind of place your arm here, just give you a kind of feeling that this is always soft. So the shoulder's kind of soft, but what I don't feel is that there's lots of activity up and down in the shoulder. So this is soft, and all that mobility is coming from the elbow and the forearm and the hand. So you've got that happening. So that's it. Good. So the key for us in order to kind of access the back of the body, the shoulder's the main kind of gateway for the back. So if the shoulder's locked or if the shoulder's in a bad position, it's going to pull my access away from the back. So getting to the ground and dropping the shoulders down. This is what we're looking for. Good. Good. So we'll add one more thing to this now, which is just switching the grip. So what you're going to do in order to switch the hand, as the palm faces up, you're going to bring the other hand in and you go little fingers together, okay? And then you just switch the grip and you take it over. So just play, just that first exercise we did this one. When I want to change, I bring the palm up this way, I bring the other hand in, and then I switch it. I'm just want to get used to that nice, smooth transition. So in this case, you've got one hand on, you switch it, switch the grip. So the jaw should feel nice and secure. That's perfect. So palm up, little fingers together. Good. Palm up, little fingers together. Good. Good. And then we'll just work back up through this progression. So going out, reaching out with it, and coming back. And again, you're just going to change palm up, little fingers together, change it. Good. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Good. And then going to the figure of 8, so you take it here. There's only one difference now. You're still changing in the center line of the body, but in terms of when the movement happens, it happens as the jaw's here, the side. So the change is here. The change is there. That's it. So you keep this figure of 8. Hands together and changing. That's it. Nice. So. Good. What you're going to do now, keep that movement going. Just start to tread the feet. So you're just stepping with it. Nothing fancy. You're just going to start to kind of press the feet. So really small steps, but just keep that motion going and just go as slow as you can basically control the weapon. So just start to begin to move around the space. That's it. Yeah, and don't worry about losing it. That's no problem. I just want to be really conscious as the arms are working. Really think about how the weight is settling into the feet. So as you're shifting across the foot, just really get a sense that you're kind of plugging into the ground. So the weight's sinking down all the time again. Really easy as well to get lost in activity and start to kind of roll around. But really take your time with it. Sink in the weight all the time. You want the feeling of kind of draining the weight into the ground all the time. So, good. Oh, bless you. We're going to coordinate the feet and the hands together now. So what I want you to do is this, just stay on the spot. You're going to bring one foot forward, in this case my left foot, the Joe's in my right hand. As I want to change feet, I'm going to bring the right hand across, so the feet together, and then I'm going to bring the left foot back. Okay, so the feet are connecting now, left foot, left hand, this, and then as I switch over, right foot steps in. So left hand, left foot steps in, right hand, right foot steps in. And you're basically doing, in this case, this footwork, stepping in, stepping back, stepping in, stepping back, stepping in, back, back. And you just want to start to coordinate feet to hands. Feet to hands. So. That's it, great, keep going. Excellent. Great, same thing now, but not on the spot. You're going to step with it. So as you're in this position, the left hand, you're going to step in with the left foot here and then drop it around. Right foot, drop it around. Depending on your space, you're probably going to be around 2 or 3. When you reach the end, do it backwards. So you step back, step back, step back. So you're going in, back. Back. Okay, give that a try. So a few steps in, a few steps back. That's it. And again, the key here is just trying to coordinate the hands and the feet, so letting everything go together. Left hand, right foot, right hand. Okay. Very good. So we'll go into some techniques with the weapon. So and look at some strikes. The primary strike with the Joe is a 𝗙𝗍. So this is a thrusting movement, and the origin of this movement is in a way using the Joe as if it was a spear. So it's as if it was a kind of sharpened tip. So we're just going to work first just on the posture. So what I want you to do is just stand with the left foot forward. You're in a narrow posture. So the back foot is like at 90 degrees, out to the side. And the front foot, just a gentle step in front of it. Okay, and you're going to place the Joe just in front of the left foot. It's just resting at the front. And the hand here is just naturally grasping the Joe here at the front. The backhand just relaxes, so that whole shoulder is relaxed, the whole body's relaxed, spine's nice and long. And then I just want you to practice here, bringing the left foot in, taking the 𝗀 here and just dropping into this posture. So you're just practicing going from here to here, engaging into the 𝗙𝗵𝗁. So 𝗙𝗵𝗁 is a kind of ready position, and this is 𝗙𝗙𝗊𝗁. And this is getting ready, preparing to make a thrust in the body. So it goes from here to here. That's it. Great, keep going with that. Again, you're looking to integrate the whole body, so all the body goes together. Good. That's it. Yeah, just a note also on the positioning. So the position I want is one where I'm able to feed the 𝗀 through the body. So this position allows me to basically use the 𝗀 front and back, so without getting blocked by it. So just watch that when you come into this, but you don't want to be in this position where the 𝗀's kind of the body's blocking it. So if I'm in this position, I can't pull the 𝗀 back. I can thrust forward with it, but it's basically my body's blocking it. So the position I take is really side on with the weapon. And the 𝗀 in this case, in my right hand, is basically loading to my back hip. So my back hip here, and my 𝗀 just rests onto it this way. Okay? So as you go into it, just be conscious of, you make the body's kind of side on in this position. That's it. And I should be able to, from this position, draw the weapon through, front and back. So I should just be able to kind of slide it through that way. From this position to this position. That's it. That's it. That's it. Very good. Good. Perfect. So we'll just look at a basic thrust now. So from here, this position, this goes in 2 steps. So the feet go 1, 2 with the whole body. So 1, 2. If you do this, okay. At the same time, I'm going to feed the 𝗀 through the front hand and then thrust out the tip of the weapon. So the feet go 1, 2. I feed the 𝗀 through the hand and then I thrust at the end of the movement. Okay. So this is kind of a low movement. The arc is a kind of downwards arc this way. It goes down and then rises to the top. So just come back to this 𝗙𝗵𝗁 every time. So you're coming in and back, in and back, in and back. That's it, great. Keep going with that. Just the left side. Good. Good. So the main thing that we're working on here is that the back grip is right at the end of the weapon, and the front hand, I want a grip where it's really relaxed, so that I can feed the weapon through that front hand without kind of resistance to it or without friction. So just try and find the right grip. If I'm too tight with it, the arm will basically follow. Or if I'm a little bit loose, but I'm not quite loose enough, it's going to kind of stick on the 𝗀. So I just want the right kind of grip. I'll just kind of run through. Just allow it to kind of feed through. That's it. You got that movement. That's it. That's it. Feeding the weapon through the front hand. Right, keep going. Good. That's it. Good, good, good. Okay, now just look at the idea of fixing the weapon. So just do this a few times. You go 1, 2, and then 3. Just fix the grip on the weapon. The finishing position here is this hand goes from the back hip, releases, and then it goes towards my shoulder. Not up to the shoulder and kind of stuck, but just in line with it. So it's just in this position. So I'm looking for this arm to be extended. The front hand, don't be too tight with it. You want to be a little bit closer, more towards the center of the weapon. Okay, so you're in this position, this. So both arms are an extension. this extended out and this extended out. Okay, so you've got that. Just play with this to feed it through, feed it through, feed it through, and then snap onto the weapon. That's right. That's it. Good. Good, good, good. That. Good. Right. So just every time now, look for that thrust. So you're going to feed it through, thrust in, and then come back. Feed it through, thrust in, find the thrust. Go here. Every time now, thrusting in. Good. Thrusting in. Good. Thrusting in. Great. Keep going. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. That's it. So we'll put this together now, working from this position. So you're going to go back to this kind of neutral position. Joe's in the front of in front of the left leg. Now you're going to do this. We'll first do this in 2 moves, and then we'll bring it into 1. So you're going to drop into the kamai, and then thrust into it this way. Okay? So you're going to drop in, thrust in, and then come back. Okay, so you're dropping in, find that back hip here, and then thrust in with the weapon. So you start neutral, nice long through the spine, relax, and then engage into the kamai, thrust in. You're going from relaxed, neutral, engage, focus. Relax, engage, snap into the weapon. Okay, give it a try. Good. That's great. So we'll just take this now into 1 movement. So from here, from this position, you're going to come in, find the jump, find the thrust, straight in. So it becomes 1 smooth movement. So what we've just done is like this and then this. But just now see if you can flow straight into it. So the hand goes to the center and then to the back. And this all goes in 1 body movement now. So the whole body goes together in. Okay. So then you're going from a neutral, relaxed position. You engage and snap the whole body. So you're practicing going from relaxed to concentrated with the body. Also energetic with the body. So my energy is neutral, relaxed, calm, and then find the stroke that way. And then you're coming back. That's it. Now imagine with the attack also, because we're doing like a Budo, what you're looking for is I'm looking to be really quiet with my attack. So what I don't want to do is something like this. If you imagine my attack is like, if this is a strike, if I go like this, and then I find the strike this way, and basically got this whole build-up. It's really obvious what I'm going to do, but if you go from attack like this, and then wham, I'm looking for that kind of attack with this. So when you do this one, just notice all these signals which naturally happen with the body. Start to load up, and then I start to do the movement. look for something which is very quiet and quite subtle. So you're looking for something where the movement, where the body just goes. So you want to be like a kind of ghost in the movement. So just go. But I want to watch that I'm not kind of building the body up. I'm about to load up, I'm about to do something, and then I do it. But just look for, which is the power of the movement, actually just in being able to move the whole body. So you're looking for something very crystal clear movement. So that's perfect. Nice. So we'll just do one variation on this, which is starting from the same position, but rather than take below and underneath, I take the 𝗙 from the top. So I take the stick directly from the top, and this goes thumb down in this one. So the same movement, I bring the body in, I find the thrust, but I'll end up with a reverse grip on the front hand. So it comes in here. As I go into thrust, I bring the hand to the top, and then I thrust in this way. So the same body movement, it's just a little bit of a different way to take the weapon. Take from the top, thrust it. So here, again, relax, calm, and then go, whole body. Back to the beginning, and then go. Okay. Good. Nice.
Excuse me, but I'm sorry that I have no screen again, technical problems. But now I have the feeling that my upper wrist is slightly bent. Is that
in this hand, in this one?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, so in this one, you don't want to be gripping too hard with this hand. So if I grip too hard with it, it's going to start to kind of deform the wrist.
Right.
So what you want to do in this one is focus on these two fingers. So when you grip the weapon here, because I've got a reverse grip, I'm focusing on the connection which is closest to the body. So which would be this grip in the body. So normally when you've got the weapon in the thrust, you're in this position, right? And that's kind of a natural position for the hand, and I can kind of close the back of the grip. You've got the same connection here, but you're on the opposite side, and I want to close that part of it. So I've got that kind of grip into it, focusing on these two fingers as you do it. But yeah, just watch for you don't want to kind of be bending the wrist too much as you do it.
All right, slightly better.
Cool. Good.
Thanks.
Great, keep going.
Michael,
yeah, sure.
Can we break this one into two movements as well? Or
yeah, also do this in two. So you can kind of come up into the 𝗙𝗵𝗁 and then thrust into it. So yeah, you can do the same thing. So come in here and then thrusting into it that way.
Okay.
You can do the same with that, yeah. So, good. Great. Okay, perfect. We'll do one that's a little bit more complicated. This is a thrust going to the rear. Okay, so in this one, we'll do this in two moves. You're going to take the thumb up at the top, this time thumb facing up. When you do this, you're going to adjust the back leg so that the toes face to the front. Okay, so you're going to adjust the back leg. You're going to take the top of the weapon and you're going to bring the weapon just underneath the elbow. Just come into this position. Now from here, I'm going to take the left foot and I'm going to step back and I'm going to thrust the weapon behind me this way. Okay, so this is a strike for someone that's at the back. So we'll just break this down to a few parts. You adjust the front leg so that the toes face forward. Take the top of the weapon, bring the weapon to the side of the body, the left side, and then from here stepping back, and then thrusting the weapon with the arms. That's it. So later, once you get used to this, you can do this in 2 moves, but just take your time with this. Adjust the foot, find the weapon at the left side of the body, stepping back, and pressing out. That's it. So here, you adjust, find the weapon at the side, and then bring the body back.
Michael, can you show your feet movement, please? Because how far to, if you're facing the camera,
yeah,
how far apart is your right foot from your left foot?
Oh.
Because I can't really see it.
I'm in this position. As I adjust it, I'm in that position. See that? So it's quite close.
So is there a gap between your left and your right at all?
Yeah. That.
Oh.
That. So I'm in that position.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
That. So I'm literally just rolling on the ball of the foot. That. And stepping back with it. You see it?
Yeah. Is your right knee touching the back of your left knee when you're doing that?
No.
Not
No.
at all?
No.
Okay.
No, there's space with it. There's space. I'm in that kind of position. I'm in this position here. You see that?
Yeah.
That's my position here, but not there. Oh, that's really uncomfortable. That position is really good. I've blocked the hip off now. So that leg can't go. If my right knee is at the left knee, I can't pull the hip back. I've got to go around it. So this setup is so that I can bring this hip back directly back that way. Yeah. So
Okay.
you're just in the back leg to let that hip go backwards. That's it. Okay. That's it. Good. This is a really tricky one. Try and do this now in 2 movements, but just watch this happening. So again, activity in the front, and in the front of the body, we'll start to draw me out to the ground. So we'll start to look something like this, and then we'll go into the back this way. What I want you to think about in this one is as you would find the Joe, as if you're sitting into a chair. So as if you're sitting the body down into the ground. So it's this kind of action. Rather than I pull to the front, I bring the body down. Now from this position, I basically just press into the right leg, send the body back this way. So you've got this moment where you bring the whole structure down to the ground, and then from here, press the body back. That's it. So you're sitting the weight down to the ground. And anchoring the weapon in the body, and then pressing it back. That's it. That's it. Good. Perfect. Very good. That's it. Good. Great. So we'll do one more movement here, which is a combination. So most of the time with the jaw, or a lot of the time we spend kind of thrusting. So we're using the point of the weapon, this part of it, and thrusting through it. So we're using it as if it was basically a spear. So the other influences with the jaw are sword work, but also like naginata work. So in Japanese, this is like a long bladed weapon. So it's a long stick with a blade at the end of it. So some of the moves we make are kind of slicing movements or striking movements. So rather than using the tip, I'm using this part of the weapon to kind of strike with. So we'll do one which is using this one. Goes here in, and then I bring the weapon to the top of the head, Yeah, now I'm going to change and I'm going to strike down with the end of the weapon this way. Okay, so my aim is to hit with around this part of the weapon. So it's to strike in and strike down the body this way. So there's a few movements to this. We'll break it down. Goes in with a thrust. I bring the hands together to the top, and I'm going to change the jaw, and I'm going to take with this hand, with my right hand. I'm going to change the jaw from this angle to this angle. Okay? So I just allow the jaw to spin this way, and at the same time I take the left hand and I take it to the top of the weapon this way. Okay. Now from here I bring the back foot in, and I let this hand slide down and I strike down with it. Okay. So when we're the position we use for the thrust and with the strike are different with the hands. So because I'm striking down with the weapon, I need the body to be dropping in this way. So I need the hands to be closer, because if I'm in this position, I can't generate the power in the body where I'm going to kind of press down with it. So I use a closer grip and I allow the weapon to swing down in this way. So the movements we use for the ski movement, where I've got the hands wider apart, and the movements in this case with a strike are a little bit different. Okay, but we'll just break this down again. So go to the left side, you thrust, draw up to the top of the head. I change the jaw so that the right hand's controlling it. The left hand comes to the end, and I step through, strike down on the right side. Okay. Let's go 1, 2 up to the top of the head, and then change the weapon, strike down. This one looks really simple, but it's not so easy. Let's give it a try. See if I can break it down. Okay, so we'll just break down the handwork and then we'll put it back together. So you're going from this position where the left hand's in the center of the jaw. I bring the right hand, don't worry about the feet here. I bring the right hand to the center. I take with the right hand, and then I let the left hand go to the back of the weapon this way. And then I'll let the right hand come down this way. So I bring the hands back together. So you're starting wide grip, hands together, right hand takes over, left hand goes to the back of the weapon, and then the right hand releases and goes to this position. Okay. So just play with this transition. The right hand comes in, switch the left to the back, and then striking down here. Okay. Just working the grip. So it goes 1 right in, left to the back of the weapon, bringing the hands together. Here, split, in, change, down. So the main thing you're looking for here is like a fluidity with the grip. So I'm allowing the grip to slide, slide, slide. So the hands are very light on the weapon. I don't want to be gripping it too hard. It's going to make me really rigid. So look for the lightest movement you can make the weapon. So really feed it through the grip, and I'm doing it through touch. So the main thing, I'm not trying to watch the hands. So just do it through touch. This. Once you get used to this, you can start to speed it up a little bit, but just make it more fluid. The key is the smoothness to the movement. So smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth. That's it. Perfect. That's it. Thanks, yeah. Great. And then just put it back together. So this goes now with the footwork. So the feet come in. As I bring this hand in, I bring the body back this way. Okay. So you got this movement of the body. Now, as I go to strike, I change to the left hand, bring the right hand through. See, I'm trying to coordinate down the feet together, feet and hands together, feet and hands together, feet and hands together, feet and hands together. Okay. Feet go, last few. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. Good. The other thing with this is the kind of energetic level. So getting into the technique, and then what I want to do is access this kind of level. So you've got two movements here, or you've got three movements with different qualities of movement. So you've got this movement, which is a thrusting snap. This movement, which is a big opening movement. So I'm drawing the jaw back into the center of the body. And then this movement, which is an arcing blow down. So they've got different qualities of movement. What I don't want to do is kind of have the same quality all the way through. So the body's not really changing its kind of quality state. So have the sense here, you're thrusting out here. And then I'm drawing the jaw back to the body. And then from here, I'm arcing it away and down this way. So all the time I'm trying to feed my energy into the weapon. So this is what gives it the quality, because it's basically a stick of wood. And I need to basically imbue it with the quality from the body. So you've got this thrusting motion, drawing it up, and then striking in with it this way. Okay, give it a try. Last few. That's it. Nice. Good. And the very last few, the other aspect that we're training all the time, obviously, in martial arts, is your attention and basically the mental side of the training. So the easiest way to do this is actually have a target when you do this. So preferably one you're not going to hit and break if you do hit it. So just have yourself where you can basically train all my focus now onto an object. Really easy when I'm doing solo work, I start to kind of focus so much on myself, like where my hands and where my feet and where's the weapon, and all that my attention becomes very, very narrow. So what I want to think about now is have a target and keep your attention a little bit more outside the body. So it's going here, and I fix onto the target here, change, fix onto the target here. So all my attention now is trained to an object. Okay, so just use an object in the room, or just a focal point. It doesn't have to be an object. Keep everything trained to it now. This. Will be kind of surgical in your kind of precision, and training everything to the target now. So, okay, give it a try. Last few. That's great. Okay, perfect. We will stop there. So really brief introduction and just a few movements that we looked at. So the 𝗄𝗲𝗃 are really kind of versatile weapon. There's tons of movements we can make, but just a kind of short introduction to them today. So, okay, we will bow out. If you've got any questions, just let me know. We'll bow out together. Okay. Great.
One question.
Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Okay, great. Really great. Cool. You got a question?
On that first exercise with the stick where you were turning it on the side and
Yeah.
switching hands.
Sure.
Could you show that really in slow?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think it was missing one turn sometimes.
Yeah, right. So when you do this one so you've got this motion. Okay, you do this if you do this with one hand.
Yeah.
This. Okay, good. Now from here, as it comes across, I've got the jo in my right hand now, so I'm going to switch it on my left side. It's on the left hip. The left hand now is just by the left hip, and I'm just going to exchange it here. Yeah, that's it. And then I just let the left hand take over. So the left hand takes the weapon. So you can do this one this way. And then when you want to change it again, with the left hand, I'm going to take it to the right hip. The right hand takes it over. And I go. That's it. And once you get used to this, you can just start to change it each time. So as it comes across, change. Comes across, change. That's it. Yeah.
So you don't let it like extra turn over your thumb or anything?
No, you can obviously do all this kind of stuff. And I make a distinction between like baton twirling, this kind of thing where you're kind of rolling it around, which is nice, right? Obviously, this kind of stuff is great. Well, in this case, it's still, although it's not martial technique, it hasn't. I try and keep it more in this realm where I'm basically always controlling the weapon. So I don't really let it out of a grip, where I basically always have a hand on the weapon, basically. So and those exchanges are basically how to transition the weapon. And this is what we use basically, like this move we did today, this one, it's using that same kind of idea. So I allow one hand to flow on the weapon, one hand to take, and basically exchange all the time. So these movements later we start to adapt to these kind of movements and things like this. But I've basically always got one hand controlling the weapon, and then the other hand is able to kind of mobilize in different positions. Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, great. Very good. Okay. No more questions. Serena, not going to be questions. Okay. Very good. All right. Serena's disappeared. Okay, perfect. Very good. That's the class. Okay. Serena.
Yeah.
No questions. No.
No, I thought we were going to have our class after this.
Yeah, now we're going to continue. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
continue.
I'm just going to make
Okay,
myself a hot drink and I'll be back.
Okay, good idea. Great, great, great. Okie dokie. Great, thank you very much.
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Bye.
thank you. Very good. Great. Perfect. Okay. Great, there we go. Okay.
Okay, so the reason I asked
Oh, we're
about
still recording. Where's that? One sec.